Welcome to day 2 of week 3 of my journey at the Aveda Institute for Aesthetics. This is actually going to be the first vlog to kick off this week. Yesterday obviously was day 1, but I chose not to film any vlog footage simply because it was a theory day. So if you don't know what theory is, basically it's the day in class where you're basically just studying the book. You're studying slideshows, you're doing like workbook activities, you're doing what's the other word, study guides or study sheets, stuff like that. You're not really doing any hands-on activity or any practical kind of stuff. So we reviewed chapter 1, which we did have to finish and take an exam on yesterday as well. So we did a little like fun study game, and then we actually took our exam, which is on the iPad, and I did actually pass with a 92. I wanted to get 100, but there were just a couple of things that I slipped up on just because I wasn't really paying attention to the questions and reading them thoroughly. So I got a 92 on my exam, which isn't bad. It's a pass, of course. It's an A, which is sweet, but that's what we did. And then we also started chapter 10, which is facials and skin types and stuff like that. Honestly, it was a lot of information, so I really did want to focus and pay attention to all of it. So I didn't get not a lick of footage yesterday. But today should be a lot of fun because we are actually going to be doing some hands-on stuff today. We are working on purification today, which is basically just skin cleansing. So we are expected to be doing cleansing activities and doing some hands-on stuff with that today, which is why we were instructed to not wear makeup. So this is why I'm kind of completely barefaced today, just because we were instructed to not wear any makeup, just to make it easier on us. So I don't have any makeup on. I honestly haven't really been wearing makeup for the past few days just because I've been so exhausted, guys. Like honestly, juggling like school and work and being a mom, all of those things are obviously time consuming and exhausting. So I've been really tired. So I haven't really been wanting to get up that extra hour early to beat my face and everything. So I haven't really been wearing makeup anyway. So I'm not really out of my comfort zone, and I typically don't wear makeup regularly anyway. So not too uncomfortable, but I'm really excited to see what the day brings. I'm about halfway to school as of right now, and it's about 4:30. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this now, and I will try and get some footage of our purification, and I'll insert those clips so you guys can see that. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. Oh. Hi guys, and welcome to day 3 of week 3 of my journey at the Aveda Institute to become an esthetician. So I'm just going to give you a quick update of day 3 because I filmed most of it in class. Basically today all we really did was watch our instructor Anna give us a full demo of a full facial. So she ran through the entire thing from start to finish, while also kind of instructing us and letting us know what she was doing. Some of the facial aspects of the actual facial we haven't actually covered in class yet. So the most important thing that she wanted to kind of guide us through was the purification process, which comes before a facial, and also the skin analysis. All right, so remember, we're gonna take our little teardrop shaped disposable, soak it in water, and then in oil. And I like to put a towel down, especially if I'm standing up, so I can just squeeze it out and it'll just fall onto the towel, not like my car is slippery mess. Okay, so if you'll look up for me. Thank you. Close. And water and oil with that cotton round.
it up, hold it into a little triangle, anchor it with my ring finger and my thumb, and I'm going to swipe downwards. It looks like she does have a little bit of eyeliner and mascara on, so we might have to go through this again, but that's okay. You want to be very gentle. The makeup will come off. Okay. Across the brow, you can go side to side. But initially, you want to swipe downwards just to get that mascara off the lash and onto that eye pad that's sitting beneath. And because I am seeing more eyeliner on the eye, I am going to use more oil. The oil, not the water, is what's dissolving this makeup. So I'm then going to fold that over the lashes, gently holding it and guiding it along and sweeping off. All right, you're going to anchor the chin with your thumb and your ring finger, okay, so the head doesn't wobble around. We're going to go from corner to center, corner to center. Okay. And you can use just one cotton pad. She doesn't have any lipstick on, it looks like, so we're good there. And then we're going to want to blot. These containers are a bit smaller. Just fold it up. Alrighty, so that concludes our lip and eye makeup removal. So now we are going to go on to our pre-cleanse with water and oil. And I'm taking water and I'm rubbing it in between my hands, and then I'm going to press it onto the skin. Sorry, Lisa, my hands are cold.
Okay, it feels good.
Good. Okay, you're not effleuraging it or using those stroking motions like we talked about. You're just pressing it, getting it into those pores. This helps the cleanser work as it's designed to. Okay, you don't want water dripping off your face, but we want to feel it on there. Okay, so once we're done with that, I'm gonna get more oil. This is our radiant oleation oil. It's very similar to our light composition oil. It's got jojoba in it, apricot in it, sunflower seed, rose hip. It's really nice. And I'm effleuraging this up the face, starting at the décolleté. Okay, this is loosening up that dirt, oil, and debris from the face. Just giving it that nice pre-cleanse. All right, and that is our pre-cleanse. So now we're going to go in with our balancing cleanser, okay? So I take a lot and I just put it on the back of my hand there. And now we are applying it. Again, we don't need to be pretty, right? We're just applying it. We want to see it on the skin. We're not manipulating it into the skin right now. So I'm wetting my fingers again. And then I'm going to start with the manipulation. So we're starting at our décolleté, those 3 large circles all the way to the axillary area, coming up to the neck, 1, 3, and I'm just gonna do this like I would in real time, okay? and then we're done with cleansing. Test it on our wrists. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Transfer the warmth, and then circular massage movements up the face. Taking your sections as you go. And those cleansing manipulations for you guys that didn't do them yet, obviously I'll walk those step by step for you guys tomorrow. I just wanted to see, show you how it looked as it's supposed to. So then you're going to swipe across the décolleté while slightly twisting, and then I'm gonna go up. Okay, then we're gonna check the entire face. Okay, we got everything, and she looks good.
And I did actually film the entire facial. I'm not gonna put all of the footage in this video just because it's long, guys. It was like a full like 60 to 90 minute facial. It took up our entire class. So I'm not gonna insert every single clip or the full length of the clip, but I am going to be putting that facial in the video so that you guys can see it, because it actually was so cool to see a full facial, because me personally, I've never gotten a facial before. I've never seen one being performed, so to see one in real time, in real life, it was actually really cool. And I'm happy that we're able to film these things and, you know, proactively have our phones out and capture all these moments, because that's just going to make this whole vlog experience better for you guys. And also it helps me with the learning aspect of everything, because I get to look back at the film and look back at the clip. I'm going to insert those clips in right when I finish up here. I will be adding in timestamps when the facial portion of this video is over, because of course we still have day 4 after this. So I'll put in a timestamp in the description box below just to let you guys know when the facial portion of this video is over, because like I said, it's pretty long, and if you don't want to sit through and watch the whole thing, you can skip through to the next day. So I'll be adding that in the description box for you. And that's basically going to be it for today. Honestly, we didn't do anything but that the entire day. Just watched Anna give a full facial. It actually was very helpful, especially with the portion that we've already learned, because tomorrow, which will be day 4, is going to be the day that I'm going to perform it. So it actually did help me out a lot to see it again. It kind of like gave my mind a refresher as to what I should be doing tomorrow. So I'm glad that she did the facial for us. It was awesome. You guys are going to see that very soon here. The only other thing that we kind of touched base on today in class as well, in the beginning of class, is projects. So we are required to complete one project during each phase. So for intro, which is the phase I'm in now, of course, because we just started, but intro, we are expected to do a book report. And it has to be a book on customer service. So Anna kind of talked to us about that and told us that we should be expecting to have that finished up by the end of intro. She basically gave us a couple recommendations on books and also told us when we should have our book selection by, because we do have to get it approved by her before we can even do the paper. And yes, it is a paper. The only thing that we also went over was our quota checklist. I think that's what they're called. Please don't quote me if I'm wrong. But we went over our quota checklist, which is basically all of the things that we're going to be learning in intro and how many times we've completed them. So basically, so far we've only done foot soaks, pre-cleanse makeup remover, pre-cleanse manipulations, and I think that's it. I don't have the paper in front of me, but it's really not that important. We just went over that, and then that's basically it. We just, for the rest of the time before the model came in for the facial, we were just kind of on our iPads studying and doing stuff. Guys, just before I move on to showing you guys the facial clips and I end this portion of the video, I do want to let you guys know that if you are in Aveda currently for aesthetics or cosmetology or whatever you're doing, you may have received a workbook that looks pretty similar to this, just depending on whatever you're doing. Mine, obviously, I'm in aesthetics, so mine is an aesthetics workbook. If there's anything I can actually recommend 110% for tests or just to process information or whatever it is, actually do the workbooks pages in here. Like, so basically for every chapter that you go over in your salon fundamentals or whatever textbook you have, there is going to be a section in the textbook that is called Smart Notes. And if you guys have the textbook, you can actually see it, but this is what it looks like. Let me pull it up for you, open it up for you. So it'll look very similar to this if you have the same textbook as me, or if you have a different one, whatever. It looks very similar to this. It's going to give you a section called Smart Notes. And it's basically just going to give you some space to write stuff down, write definitions for things, and it's all organized just as the textbook itself reads. So it's so easy to take notes in. And for me, I'm just someone that really processes the information much better if I read it and also write it, or like do a study guide on it or whatever it is, just because that's how I process information. So if you are one of those people, if you're someone like me that needs to write notes or needs to take notes and write stuff down to actually process the information and process what I'm reading, then you will definitely benefit from actually doing these workbooks. My instructor, Anna, did recommend to do it as well, because she did go to the same course. She did the same exact course as us to become an esthetician, and she did the whole workbook, and she said it was like so helpful, and she highly recommends as well. So I would say that if you guys are doing this course now, to definitely work through your workbook. That's basically just what we did during the first like 30 minutes of class while we waited for the model to come in, and then we did the facial. So that's gonna conclude today. I don't have anything else to go over for this day. So now I'm just gonna stop rambling and I'm gonna go ahead and cue the clips of the facial. I hope you guys do enjoy these clips. A timestamp will be listed below for you if you're not interested in watching through the whole thing. I will see you guys on day 4. Bye.
Remember the 3 T's we're looking for: temperature, texture, and tone. Okay, so straight off the bat, what's jumping out at me is her tone. Okay, so I'm seeing redness in the cheek area mainly, but throughout her face, it's generally pretty red. Now, she probably has a red undertone to begin with, like a reddish undertone, but where I see it kind of inflamed is at the cheeks. So now we're going to test the warmth, and I'm going to pay attention to if the cheeks are warmer than the other parts of the face. Okay, décolleté. And they are. Okay. They're the warmest part of her décolleté, face and neck. Okay, so that would tell me that she is experiencing some sensitivity, that she probably does have sensitive skin. Let's check for texture. And I'm looking. I'm sorry, Lisa, I forgot to protect your eyes. I guess I'm kind of just following it with this. I'm not really paying attention.
I can't even tell there's a flashlight.
All right, good. I'm seeing some broken capillaries throughout the cheeks, but that's not causing all of the redness. So there's some type of inflammation going on. All right, so now we're checking her texture. She doesn't seem to be too rough. There's not really that much of a catch, or if at all. So we'll check the pore size and see how her oil production is. So on the cheek area, I see medium-sized pores. On her cheek area, medium-sized pores, smaller on her nose. I would guess that her skin type is sensitive, okay? What I would go forward with, and plus she said she wanted to even out her skin tone, what our sensitive protocol does is it reduces redness. Okay, it's scientifically proven to reduce redness, and I've seen really good results with our sensitive protocol and evening out the skin tone. What our sensitive protocol doesn't focus on is refinement or exfoliation. But if we were to refine, like say we were used to use that refiner, that bamboo refiner, we would kick up more redness, right? So you have to weigh your options and see what's best for your guest. So today, using my judgment, I'm gonna go ahead with the sensitive. Okay, she is going to get exfoliated, but it's not going to be a super deep exfoliation. I don't wanna kick up any of that redness that I'm seeing. All right, I'm going to take 2 pumps of the Aveda Professional Recovery Serum and apply it to the face. And when we apply serums, we press them into the skin. All right, this really helps the product penetrate into the pores. Helga, the creator of our curriculum at Aveda, she calls this a liquid band-aid. Okay, it's got raspberry plant stem cells. It's got this thing called, I don't know if I'm saying it right, resveratrol. Do you think that's right, Lisa?
Sounds right to me.
Okay, and it's got a lot of healing and calming properties in it that just brings the face to a state of balance. Okay, so we did that. So now we're following our protocol, right? All right, so we're taking a hot towel and we're going to apply it to the décolleté, okay? Because this mask that we're doing, it's going to cool down the face. But just because we're cooling down the face doesn't mean we want to, make her freezing cold. So we're going to use a warm body compress.
I don't know if I'm tripping, but her redness already looks like better.
Oh yeah, immediately with that recovery serum, yeah, it reduces redness. And that is professional only.
Wow.
It's very potent. So because I have a towel laying underneath, I'm just going to place it on her décolleté. And I'm gonna take another and lay it on top. Kind of create a hot towel sandwich. Just so it stays nice and warm for her. Okay. All right, so we're going to apply our Botanical Kinetics Intense Hydrating Mask. Okay, so this is a mask that's clear-like in consistency. I think I showed it to you guys during 10.1 when I was showing you guys the masks, I believe. Just clear, looks like this. I apply it to the back of my hand. And then I'm using these mask brushes that have been sitting in the ice. They get pretty cold pretty fast. And I'm going to apply this. And when applying a mask, all right, we start at the bottom of the chin, right underneath that jawline. And I am starting at the middle of the face, working my way out. Remember, I'm telling this to you guys just so you know, but you don't have to memorize it. As of now, you will eventually. You want to use gentle strokes. Some people are rough by nature, and I kind of see like this, like just like every which way, and it's pretty jarring. But yeah, just calm, gentle strokes. So this is our first method of correction. Okay, this mask has aloe in it. It's really gonna calm down the skin. It also has a lot of moisturizing properties, so it's going to add moisture to the skin, and that ice is going to be working in tandem with that mask just to really soothe the skin. This mask on the mask for 3 minutes. There's no really science to this, just make it soothing and gentle. And this is called our upper body massage, what I'm about to do. You're going to learn it, but don't worry about memorization again at this point. I'm going to remove that compress so I can properly massage her. Massaging makes me tired too. Like, it's soothing to me, even though like I'm exerting energy. There's something about like the flow of it.
This is always my favorite part of the facial.
Oh yeah.
I love this part.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sure to say neck and shoulders.
Yeah.
What?
I'll be sure to say neck and
Yeah.
shoulders.
I always say that when I get one.
That looks so good.
Yeah, our body massage is nice.
My hair. What is really happening right now? Hi guys, and welcome to day 4 of week 3 of my journey of becoming an esthetician at the Aveda Institute. So I'm currently on my way to school right now, hence me being in the car, obviously. To be honest with you, I'm actually running late. I think I'm gonna get to school a little bit late, which would suck if I didn't have the late vouchers that I have that will allow me to stay through the day instead of having to go home. Because at Aveda, if you're just a couple minutes late, they send you completely home and you can't even stay for any of the day. So they provided us with, I believe, 4 late vouchers for the whole year for if we're running up to 15 minutes late, like basically just cover our asses. So I'm gonna have to use one today because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be there late. Traffic was actually a bitch and I left my house a little bit too late. I should have left a little bit earlier. So I'm kind of annoyed. I'm a little bit annoyed right now just because I am running late, and usually when I'm running late it just kind of throws everything off and I'm just not here for it. So I'm aggravated, but I'm trying to just hurry up and get to school so I can just fucking get my life together. Today should actually be really exciting, so hopefully this doesn't ruin my fucking night at school. But today should be exciting because we are actually going to be continuing the purification and cleansing manipulations and skin analysis today. However, now it's going to be my turn to actually perform. So I am going to be doing that today with the girl that I actually did it on, well, who actually did it on me the first time. Her name's Margarita. So I'm going to be doing that on Margarita today. Look at you, you're glowing, bro. Hi. I will try and film the demo that Anna will give us, which is my instructor, before we do the manipulations and stuff like that, but I know I'm not going to be able to film any of what I'm doing just because it's not going to be possible.
Consecutive circles with each hand, and we're doing that 3 times, okay? We want to go all the way out to the armpit area. All right, I'm doing this more than 3 times, but I'm just showing you. Okay, just like that. After we're done, so we do 3 circles on the décolleté, we're going to go to the neck, okay? We do 3 circles covering the whole neck. Again, 2 consecutive circles. I'm going to be mirroring on each side of the face, okay? So what one hand is doing, the other is doing. Okay, then I'm going to go start at the chin, okay? I'm just gonna do some circles there, okay? Now once I'm at the chin, I'm going to do upward circles going out, and I'm gonna go to the bottom of the ear, okay? I'm gonna pause for a second, and then I'm gonna go to the corner of the nose, okay? And then I'm gonna circle out, upward circles, okay? And then I'm gonna go to the middle of the ear, okay? And then I'm gonna go back, and then I'm gonna do upward circles to the temple, okay? And then I'm gonna get that upper lip. Okay, don't wanna forget about that. And then I'm gonna get the nose, okay? I usually use my ring finger on the nose. And I just work the nose a little bit, doing circles. Get the bridge. Okay, once we're done with the nose, I do the forehead. I'm doing consecutive circles, just hand following hand. I'm going across, then I'm going across again. Okay, and then we are going to do eye circles. Okay, so we're starting at the brow bone, and I'm using my middle finger, and I'm wiping across, but as I hit that eye area, I'm switching to my ring finger because it has lighter pressure. Then I'm going up, switch, down, switch to my ring, up, middle, down, ring. I'm doing 3 there, okay? Key number is 3, okay? And then I'm gonna do forehead circles. These are called big forehead circles, okay? I'm flexing my fingers up to not touch the eye or the cheek area, and I'm doing 3 large circles, like that. And then I'm feathering off, okay? Do you guys wanna see that again?
So I'll try and film as much as I can in the clinic today and in the spa, but I don't think I'll be able to get too much. But just wanted to fill you guys in on what's going on today. So it's going to be a pretty long day, and that's going to take up the whole class period like it did the first time. So I'm not really going to have anything else to touch on. We did actually talk yesterday about like our project for intro, and it's going to be a book report, and we kind of touched base on what we had to do for it. So basically we just have to read a book on customer service and present a paper on it. So we talked about that, and also like the due date and all that good stuff. So we got that information yesterday, and also like I probably mentioned in yesterday's clip, we watched Anna demo a full facial, which was really cool, and I probably inserted some clips on that already, so you guys probably were able to see that, which that was really cool. And I'm glad we got to at least see it, even though we didn't learn all of the full facial yet. We honestly just learned the purification process and like the skin analysis, which is basically all done right before the facial to determine, of course, what kind of facial the guest will need, and etc.
So I like to look at her skin in the mag lamp initially, unless I see something that I really want to see up close. And I just give it a little peruse around the face. Okay, and I kind of bring it back up. Let me look again. Okay, so what we're checking for here is temperature, texture, and tone. Okay, the 3 T's. It's pretty easy to remember that way. Okay, so temperature. Okay, I'm going to check her décolleté. I'm going to check her neck and her chin, her cheeks, and her forehead. And then I see what stands out, like how does she feel in general, and are there areas that are hotter than others? So I am noticing that her décolleté is a bit hotter than the rest of her face. I don't see that it's inflamed or anything like that. So I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Plus, the last place the hot towel was on her décolleté, so you have to kind of keep that in mind as well. Could be just from that. I don't see inflammation or redness. So temperature, okay? She feels pretty normal. Okay, texture. So we're looking for texture. So I can see a little bit of visible texture just by looking, right? We have some congestion here. A little bit of congestion on her forehead that I see. Okay, and we're also going to feel her skin. So I'm taking the back of my fingers. If you use the front of your fingers, it's like a bit of a sensory overload. There's too many nerve endings there to really try and see what we want to see. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and then very, very light pressure go across the face. And you see how there's like that skin's pulling and then going back like that? Mm-hmm. That's called a tug. There's not a huge tug with her, but there is some. So that indicates to me that she's a little bit dry or she's dehydrated. Okay, I'm gonna go up here. Yeah, there's a bigger tug up here. Okay, you see what I'm talking about there? Mm-hmm. It's not like, yeah, like
your fingers kind of
like there was no tug. There was a little bit of tug up here, but down here was like silky smooth. But yeah, see, tug. Texture, okay, and tone. Her skin, I noticed it looks mad. It looks angry. So I'm thinking, since she's not hot, really, I think there's something in her routine that is making her skin react this way. Just because I do see some redness, I do see some congestion, and just feeling her forehead up here. You'll get to know this over time, but I feel just like a roughness, a bumpiness that's not even just from the little congestion that I see here. I'm actually gonna take this and look at her pores on her forehead. What's your skincare routine like, Emily?
Cleanse.
With what?
So I have a lot of products because, you know, I work at Massage Envy, so
Yeah.
I think I was doing too much. I was using a lot. I was using like salicylic acid, glycolic acid. I was using like a lot, so I've kind of toned it back a little bit.
Okay. How recent was that you were doing all that?
Like a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I still use the salicylic acid cleanser. I use like a witch hazel toner.
Is it alcohol free?
I don't know.
Okay. What else are you using as moisturizer? Or...
Yeah. Then I use like an Obagi moisturizer. Yeah. I haven't really done too many like treatment steps because I've been trying to like go on a little bit of a skincare purge. Like.
Oh, that's okay. That's good.
Yeah. Like less is more.
Yeah. Because what I'm seeing actually is that her skin looks like it's overly sensitized. Like her skin's not naturally sensitive, but it became that way because she was kind of throwing skincare products without really being educated on them, and that's not her fault. That's what everybody does. That's why, you know, she's here to learn. And if you don't know, yeah, you're gonna do that. But it looks like possibly her acid mantle was a bit compromised, just how I am looking at it now. It's rough, it's red, I see breakouts. Yeah, what I would recommend for her is to definitely simplify her routine, lay off the exfoliants, switch to sensitive products, and yeah, that's what I would recommend for her. I would go ahead, since her skin looks like it has gone through a little bit of a rough patch with those acids that she was throwing at it in that harsh exfoliation, so I would do the sensitive protocol on her.
So today's gonna be a really fun day, and it's gonna be a really short vlog for today just because that's all we're doing and that's all I had to tell you guys for today. So I'll insert as much clips as I can from the facial I'm going to be or the whatever the fuck, I don't know what to call it, like the pre-facial I don't know, the pre-facial that I'm going to be performing today, and any demos I can get, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. And this is actually going to conclude week 3. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me on this journey. I am so excited to see what's going to come next, and I'm so excited to share all of it with you guys. So definitely stay tuned and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. If you do want to continue with me and see where things go, if this is a school you're looking into going to, or if you're trying to decide if you want to be an esthetician, definitely stick around because I'm going to give you all my insight and my personal experience to help you guys make the best decision that you can. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week or in my next video. Bye.